Hello, this is Dr. Nuke. Right now, I'd like to do a video on animal companions. Right now, I have two cats. Their names are Alpha and Beta. Those aren't the names I gave them, but Alpha is a female, neutered female, and Beta is a spayed female, and Beta is a neutered male. Um, Cats are wonderful companions, and my boyfriend has a cat, Prince Fluffy Butt, or Fluffy for short. Cats are wonderful companions. They're soft and furry and cuddly, and they're very friendly and loving if they're brought up to be that way. And they make very good companions. Dogs, too, are good companions, of course, for those who prefer dogs and are able to take care of them. It's a little more work taking care of a dog than it is a cat. And other animals can be companions, too. Some people even have pigs as pets. The smaller pigs, not the big farm hogs. And some people have snakes, lizards, fish, birds, rats, gerbils, hamsters, guinea pigs, whatever. Well, in general, animals, I believe, possess consciousness and they're self-aware and conscious, and they have feelings and they have minds. But I believe it's important that we as a society start treating animals better. I myself am transitioning to being a vegetarian. Vegetarian, not a vegan, just vegetarian. But for the sake of the animals as well as for the sake of the earth. I mean, the way the animals are treated in industrial agriculture is very bad, and I don't see how they get away with it. It really is quite bad the way animals are treated in factory farms and by agribusiness. It's not like the old-fashioned family farms on these big factory farms, big high-density feedlots. They cram thousands of cattle into these small pens and just fatten them up for slaughter. Horrible, horrible. Soon, people can have meat without killing the animal because of lab-grown meat. Lab-grown meat is already available in Singapore, and construction is underway in the United States. I believe it's either North Carolina or South Carolina for a large factory to make lab-grown meat. So it's coming. When lab-grown meat is available, assuming it turns out to be palatable, I will consume it because there will be no moral problems with eating lab-grown meat, since all that required from a living animal to make it would be to take a small sample of cells to start the culture with. And that isn't too onerous, I suppose. Lab-grown meat will help feed a growing population without need to raise and kill more animals. One of the problems that we face environmentally is growing affluence around the world is resulting in more meat eating, especially in places like China. People in China are eating a lot more meat now than they used to. It's very hard on the earth to produce meat. It takes a lot of resources, land, big carbon footprint to produce meat. And if you have a lot of people eating more and more meat, that taxes the earth. So if lab-grown meat can be produced as a substitute for a large part of the farmed meat, then it would be a good thing for the earth, as well as for the animals. Perhaps the future, 50 years from now, perhaps there will be relatively few animals on farms for slaughter. And if they can figure out a way to make a good milk substitute without a cow and a good egg substitute without a chicken, then we would further reduce the need for animals on farms. And farmland could be used to grow crops directly for human consumption. So crops for human consumption yields could be increased greatly, and at the same time, some farmland could be reverted to a wild state, allow forests to grow back on it, for example, or whatever. Maybe the future is a future of compassion for animals and all sentient beings. Yes. It is good to avoid even hurting an insect if you can avoid it. I mean, if you see a bug walking on the sidewalk, there's no reason why you should step on it. You should avoid stepping on it if possible. Well, anyway, please like, share, subscribe, comment. This is Dr. Nuke signing off.